Dallas Cowboys lost their first game of the season going and taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, defending champions in Philadelphia. But while everyone is panicking about starting off the season 0-1, I'm sitting back and I'm thinking this team is so much better than they were last year. When you break down the film, you can really just tell. Now, one area of this team where people were a little bit nervous about was the defensive line. Losing Michael Parsons, you ranked as the best defense in football last year when it came to getting to the quarterback. Were they going to be the same without Michael Parsons? Now, I'm going to sit here and say, yes. I'm going to say they will be maybe not as productive, but I think they'll be within the top 5. They've got guys all over this lineup that can get to the quarterback. I mean, when you look at just the ability to get pressure, you had Sam Williams with 5 total pressures. You had Osa Odighizuwa with 4 total pressures, Dante Fowler with 3, Solomon Thomas with 2, Donovan Ezeraku with 1. You had Marshawn Nealon, Kenneth Murray, Deron Bland, Kenny Clark, all with 1 pressure. You had 20 total pressures in this game getting to the quarterback, right? That is super important. Look at this play here by Marshawn Nealon. He's going to get a quick one-on-one with this right tackle, but we're going to disguise a man-to-man cover, and we're going to blitz with the nickel. Now, why is that important? Well, this tackle has got to slide over to protect that nickel blitz, right? So as we drive this guy back about 2 to 3 yards. They're late to switching from the right guard to the right tackle, and then boom, Nealon's able to break through and complete a nice little 8-yard sack here. Again, in this video, I wanted to show you why this team is going to be fine. They're going to be A-okay, at least defensively, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I think this is a playoff team. And I think they're only going to get better as time goes on. They shut down Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown while getting 20 pressures. Let's break down the film. Before we dive in, comment down below maybe a name or 2 names that you are really excited for this season and think that can be a star within this defense or offense, whatever you guys want. And with that being said, I'm going to dive into the film. Then you have a guy like Dante Fowler, who is a really good pass rusher. I mean, this guy coming over from Washington last year was explosive. I mean, the man was dominant. Right here, lined up as a 5 technique. Essentially, what that means is he's lined up on the outside shoulder of the tackle. They like to do this because they give him space either to get around the edge or act like you're going around, then boom, bounce back to the inside, right? It just gives you a lot of leverage as an outside defensive end. Now, on this specific play, he just gets to the outside shoulder. You're going to see him swat the arm down. He's going to lower center of gravity, hook through that left arm, and break through, right? Beautiful job, creates pressure, forces the ball out early. Now, yes, they pick up 4 yards, but all I was really looking at in this game specifically was their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. Now, we know that when we're able to get pressure as a defense, you can create one of maybe even 6 different scenarios. Maybe a bad pass by the quarterback, maybe a bad decision by the quarterback, maybe you get the sack or a forced fumble, maybe you get an interception or even a holding call from the offensive line. So getting pressure on the quarterback is, the most important thing in football as a defense, right? On the offensive side of the ball, it's protecting your quarterback. So again, this team, they can get to the quarterback, and again, 20 pressures is really good. Another solid play here. Offensive line is going to be in a 5-man scat, which means they're sliding or zoning off to this side of the field. Then you got man-to-man to the right. Now, what's interesting about this play is we're going to send a corner blitz off the edge. Trayvon Diggs gets home. However, is not able to complete the sack. They would have had maybe 2 to 3 extra sacks if they could have just taken him down in the backfield when they had the opportunity to. But I also want to show a good job here by Dante Fowler and also Osa Odighizuwa as well. He gets credit for the pressure on this play. But honestly, I would probably give it to Diggs and Dante Fowler as well. So again, 5-man scat. They're sliding their offensive line in this direction, man-to-man with Osa and Dante. And as we do that, look at Osa do just a good job getting leverage. Does end up falling here, but squeezes through, right? Trayvon Diggs should have had the sack. Osa gets in the face. Dante Fowler gets in the face, forces that ball out early and makes him throw that ball out of bounds. So again, if you're talking about being able to get pressure on the quarterback, we had 3 guys get home on this play. 3 guys. That's all we are looking for. Again, if we can create one of those opportunities, that turnover, right? The fumble, the sack, those are game-changing plays, and I think this team's going to be able to do it this year. The NFL season officially back, man. I have had so much fun on the Sleeper app recently, and it is your time to win potentially up to 1,000x your money today, right? And I wanted to really quickly just show you, first of all, before I even dive into what I'm going to pick, I want to show you, if you use my promo code DUBS right now, you'll see it right here, you're going to get up to $100 match deposit. Okay, what does that mean? If you put down 100, they're going to give you 100. If you put down 50, they're going to give you 50. Honestly, you guys should take that by itself. It is unbelievable offer right now. But also, let's take a look at what I'm going to do. Look at my league neighbor, 78.5 receiving yards. I'm going to go more, but I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to put it to 60. That's gotta be something you love. And then I want to scroll down here. I want to find Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a guy that I am pretty high on. And again, I want to go, let's see here. Let's go more than 60. I think that's fair. And lastly, I want to do CeeDee Lamb more. And you know what? I don't mind the 70. So let's go with the 70. I think it's going to be fair. Dropped a couple of balls last week. He's going to want to be better this week, and I think he will be. Now, 10 only wins you 27 in this case, but I did a lot of alt lines. If you want to change that, you guys can. I think it is, something you guys need to check out. And again, if you use my promo code DUBS, you're going to get that match deposit up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. Check out Sleeper today, guys. I promise you will not regret it. And it helps out me so much by just signing up. Here's a really good one from Donovan Ezeraku, the rookie out of BC. Just does a great job getting leverage to the outside shoulder. He's on the bottom of your screen here. Just using that speed as a 5 technique. Just go, man. Just go, right? First of all, he starts off inside, which kind of keeps this tackle from getting so far out. Again, keeps him in. And then, boom, we're going to attack that outside arm. Rip through. Watches from the other angle. Now, ultimately, they do dump this down and pick this up for a first down, which was crazy. But again, looking at it from the perspective of just wanting to apply pressure to the quarterback, we're able to do that. Again, we're lined up out. We're going to attack inside initially and then break out. Once we get all that weight onto the front foot of this tackle, that's when we kind of switch or change our direction to the outside. From the inside, we're going to slap the arm down. As you do that, you want to come back and rip through upwards, right? Boom. Great job. I mean, this is a perfect technique here by Donovan Ezeraku, and maybe that rep alone tells me that this dude could be a player, could be a really good player for them. I mean, that is just beautiful technique. Sell inside, break outside, swat the arm down, rip through, get to the quarterback. Again, they ultimately do complete this ball for a first down. Crazy play. But normally, if you're not playing Jalen Hurts, I feel like this is probably a sack, 7 times out of 10. I don't know, man. I think I'm just a little bit confident in this team right now to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, which, again, so important. Another one by Osa Odigizua, where he's able just to squeeze through the A-gap, right? Create a little bit of pressure and force Jalen Hurts outside of the pocket here. We'll bring this back here just a second. Osa is in the middle of your screen, playing as an inside defensive lineman interior. We also have 2 5 techs and Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, who we haven't really mentioned in this video yet, but we will right here. Again, Osa immediately gets pressure up the A-gap, forces the quarterback outside the pocket. Sam Williams, right, we're able to basically track him down. You also have Kenny Clark over here. Good hustle. No one's open. Great defense. And Sam Williams gets him to throw this ball away. Again, you could talk about Sam Williams, Osa, Dante, Solomon Thomas, Donovan Ezeraku, Marshawn Nealon. These guys did such a good job getting to the quarterback in this game. James Houston, I thought, did a good job as well, creating a little bit of pressure at times. They're loaded, man. I think you got about 6 guys that you can trust to get to the quarterback, and man, I'm just excited. Solid play here by Sam Williams. We're going to kind of attack here, then stunt this guy around. Not really going to work. You're going to see Sam Williams essentially play the lane integrity. Now, as we're, blitzing the quarterback here, we're going to notice he's going to get outside the pocket, right? We're able to get a little bit of pressure here. The pocket kind of closes, collapses just a little bit, and it forces him outside the pocket. Now, Sam Williams does a good job keeping his eyes on the quarterback. Honestly, probably could have get called for a holding here. This guy's got his arm wrapped around him. it could be called, lets him go, but I love his ability to turn around and go pursue the football, right? Great job. Look at the speed by Sam Williams here. Again, gets him to the sideline, forces a throwaway, another incomplete pass. Good job by Sam Williams being and having that versatility, that sideline to sideline speed to keep up with a guy like Jalen Hurts. Again, another big factor. He's going to be, big reason he's going to be a factor for this defense. So ultimately, guys, I want you to know that this pass defense is still going to be good when it comes to getting and applying pressure on a quarterback. And I think they're going to be better than people think. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family if you want more of these breakdowns throughout the entirety of the year. The one thing I will say is, guys, it's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. We will be breaking down the Cowboys throughout all offense, defense, individual player breakdowns throughout the entirety of the season. Let me know what you guys want to see, and we'll break down even more. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.